Black Friday is arguably the most important time of the year for you as an e-com brand owner. And your email channel is what's going to make or break the amount of revenue that you make during that period. Most brands completely waste it. They send one offer, hammer it for 2 weeks, and they wonder why revenue dies out on day 3. Or they go so hard during Black Friday that their entire deliverability is destroyed by December, and they start Q1 with a broken email channel. So in this video, I'm walking you through the entire Black Friday strategy for 2026. The same strategy we used to generate 200, 300K from one single campaign alone. The offers, the timing, the 3 peaks, which is something a lot of people don't do, how much to send, and how to protect your deliverability after it's over. Let's get into it. First off, before you touch a single email, calculate your margin. And I'm not talking about your margin on paper, I'm talking about your contribution margin. Most brands actually go into Black Friday without knowing how much they can actually discount and how deep it can go. You're calculating pricing on stock levels that you bought in October, and you think I can discount as much as I want simply because the amount of revenue I'm going to make in Black Friday is going to be astronomical. But then at the end of Black Friday, you might have made $1 million and you kept 50K. That's not really good, is it? You need to know your floor before you pick an offer. Take your product cost, ads, shipping, fulfillment cost, profit per customer. How much does that profit per customer go up when you manipulate your AOV? Subtract the discounts that you plan to run and then see what's left. Obviously, always leave a margin in there for fluctuation. And then that number is going to tell you what you can actually afford to run. Second thing, you know very well that Black Friday is the most expensive time of the year to run at. Your CPA and your CPM can actually double or triple compared to what you were paying for it, let's say in February or March. Obviously, email and SMS is how you're going to protect your margin because it costs 1 fraction of paid acquisition. And I'm entirely sure that if you've spoken with other brand owners and you ask them what they're doing or what they're focusing on quite a lot for Black Friday is hammering email and SMS because they know the importance of this specific mechanism when it comes to keeping profit. The brands that actually profit in Q4 are the ones investing heavily into email and SMS instead of dumping everything into ads at the worst pricing of the year. So the next thing that you need to decide is what offer you need to run. The biggest mistake brands do is they do one specific offer, let's say up to 40% off, and then they run it through the entirety of the sale, which in most cases they do it for a shorter time period that they actually have to. There's so many brands that run their Black Friday from the actual day that Black Friday starts and then end it on Cyber Monday. By doing this on day 4 and 5, not only has your list already been fatigued, but they've been absolutely spammed by your competitors in their inbox, and your emails are buried, your offer is not visible, no one knows what you're doing for your Black Friday offer, and you're left gathering crumbs of the huge revenue pie that everyone got. So what I want you to do is not only think of one offer, but think of multiple ones that ideally you've tested across the year. And then think about the whole BFCM period as something that has 3 peaks. So peak number 1 is going to be your early access or whatever you actually want to start Black Friday. Most brands do this on the 1st of November. You need to start weeks earlier because Black Friday demand doesn't just exist in Black Friday. It exists, end of October, start of November. This is where you need to start your sale. Ideally, what you can do is you give early access to a huge chunk of people who are already living inside of your email and SMS list. And obviously, you're going to have ebbs and flows throughout this period, but you're going to have ideally 2 to 3 weeks until the actual Black Friday peak hits. And that is Thanksgiving Day and the actual Black Friday day plus Black Friday weekend. So in here, you want to run the best possible offer that you can. Let's say that you started with up to 40% off. For this specific weekend, you might want to do up to 50% off or up to 40% off plus free shipping, up to 40% off plus free gift, up to 40% off plus another dollar amount in cashback. You can run buy one, get one free or free gifts stacked on top of discounts, whatever it might be. You need to know your revenue pie and you need to know how much each of your products contributed to it. So make a list of the top 10 hero products and do dedicated sends throughout Black Friday for those specific ones or do specific offers for those products. There's so many clients of ours that we do something called steal of the day. So for example, for 24 hours, during the Black Friday sale period, one piece that might have been up to 30% off goes to up to 50% off, 24 hours only. It really crushes and it gives you an extra peak during the very lengthy sale that you're going to run. The third peak is Cyber Monday. So this essentially has the same energy as Black Friday. However, either you continue the last offer that you did, or you completely switch it up. If Black Friday was percentage off, then Cyber Monday ideally has $1 off. The only reason why is that people won't really be receptive to the same offer after you've been hammering them with that same one for a week. So Cyber Monday is a good testing ground to do 3 to 5 days of a completely different offer and squeeze the final juice out of this entire period before you move into the gifting season. And now, how to build hype before Black Friday actually starts is something that a lot of people don't do. They tend to just do the Black Friday's live email, and then you just raw dog that whole thing up until the end. So what you want to do, number one, update your pop-up with Black Friday messaging before the sale. Get them to register for early access. Run a hype sequence 1 to 2 weeks before you actually launch this offer. Tease it without revealing it, because curiosity is going to open, the biggest unlock on having your best Black Friday day so far. Keep your campaigns value-based in October as well. Like, obviously, if you have a new product drop, slot that in. If you want to do a Halloween promo, slot that in. But the majority of your ratio should be mainly focused on educational and value-based promos in October to get ready for a bit of the damage that you're going to be doing during November. And when I mean damage, Black Friday, Cyber Monday is not the time to be running the 2 emails a week strategy. Here's the exact cadence that we use. So for the early access period, you want to do daily emails and every other day SMS. On Black Friday day, aka your start date, and also the actual Black Friday date, you want to do 3 emails. Morning send, afternoon send, evening send, also accompanied by an SMS. On Black Friday weekend, you want to do 2 emails per day and 1 SMS per day. Cyber Monday, same as Black Friday, 2 to 3 emails, 1 SMS. You will get unsubscribes, and that's completely fine because you have 11 months where you can actually fix this, grow your list, and rejuvenate. One quick win that we've seen as well when it comes to having periods with such high demand of email volume is obviously you can't be doing the whole design and make it fresh every single time. Ideally, what you want to do is you do resends of your best performers, switch the copy, switch the subject line and preview text, and then blast it out again. And what we've seen works really well is poster style emails. So that is simply a hero, a CTA, a bit of copy so that people understand exactly what they're getting. And don't forget plain text emails from the founder. If these aren't making up at least 20-30% of your entire Black Friday sends, then please revisit your strategy, because these are some of the lowest effort but highest return emails that you can be doing during this period. Plus, make sure that you update your welcome, your post-purchase, and your abandonment flows to match the Black Friday messaging. Real quick, before we continue, if you want us to handle your entire email and SMS strategy this Black Friday without you having to worry about anything, just book a call with me through the first link in the description. Now, let's get back into it. Now, a very important crucial part during this whole thing is segmentation during Black Friday. This is when you go wider than usual. For your launch sends, your last chance sends, or even, in the middle of the sale, if you're running an entirely different offer for a specific period of time, send to the full list. Every offer launch and closing push goes to everyone in your database. For the sends in between, rotate between engaged 360, 720, previous buyers, and not your tight 60-day list. Go wider than normal because this is your highest intent shopping period of the year. Then obviously damage control after Black Friday. After sending daily for 2 to 3 weeks, your deliverability will suffer. There's no way around it. The problem is most brands don't have a plan for it. So week 1 after Black Friday, immediately pull back to your best engaged segment that actually allows you to get 50-55% open rate. Send value-based content for at least 1 week after Black Friday before you move into the gifting season. This is also how you build a real relationship with the people who bought during Black Friday and you manage to nurture them to get the second purchase. I'm not really a fan of the word nurture because 70% of cases people want to be sold. They want to hear what you have in store and it's your job to put that in front of them. Then another thing that you need to understand is that the BFCM customer cohort is also the worst type of customer that you can have in your list, right? So these people only shopped for the price or the deal. And the thing is, 90% of people who buy during Black Friday, we don't see them coming back ever again. Or if they do, they're only going to come back next Black Friday. So what you need to do is you need to craft some sort of post-purchase or a VIP flow that you put them in and that you manage to convert them again in the next 60 to 90 days, because once you turn them into repeat buyers, that's when you can actually get a customer that you can squeeze LTV from, and not just someone who bought from you during Black Friday and gave you an extra buck. And look, this is just a strategy. So executing all of this while still running a brand is a completely different beast. And if you want us to handle the entire email and SMS strategy during Black Friday without you having to lift a finger, just book a call directly with me through the first link in the description. And I want you to remember something. The brands that are planning Black Friday at the start of November or end of October are the ones who have already lost, because with our clients, we're starting preparations now. It is the biggest period of the year when it comes to your revenue and, more importantly, your profit. And if you don't have a set plan in place before everyone starts rushing to their inboxes, you're going to lose. And if you book that call with me, we can craft a Black Friday game plan together so we can see that we're on the same page and actually get a strategy that aligns with your brand, makes sense, and is going to maximize your email and SMS revenue during that period. And if you want to see a full breakdown on how we took a brand from 100K per month in email revenue to 400K, just click the video that's appearing on your screen right now. And that's it for this video. See you in the next one.